Okay, so Plunge versus Charge Attack Hu Tao. I wonder which one's going to be better. Honestly, maybe a little biased, but Plunge is just better. It is. I don't get why people still try and argue, but hey, let's go ahead. Let's test out Plunge versus Charge. I'm 99% sure the outcome of this video will simply be Plunge is better. And we're going to be running two separate Plunge teams, and then we're going to run a couple, different normal teams, yeah, and Charge Attack, and yeah, she's not even properly in a place. So we do 150 on the charge, and then of course you're being very annoying, Fiorina. Yeah, Fiorina, annoying with Plunge sometimes. She can just absolutely turn it into like the worst combination. I hate her, honestly. I like Fiorina, like Sinyun, it's such a good pairing. But then you start actually plunging, and Fiorina hitting the enemies in the air is really annoying. Now, we did not crit a single time on any of Hu Tao's plunge attacks, honestly, so very, very annoying. Or not plunge attacks, but her charge attacks. I'm pretty sure we did not crit a single time. The rotation I want to do here is we're going to apply Pyro with Bennett. Now, you may not be able to do this all the time, but it still should be a pretty decent buff, honestly. You may not be able to apply Pyro all the time and swirl it with Sinyun, and also Sinyun with Viridescent here. Let's go ahead, show off that. Yup, Sinyun's got Viridescent. Very, very nice. So all we need to do is do one E skill with Bennett, and then we'll do, Sinyun's Q skill, and then that should be good enough of a setup here for you. All right, let's go ahead, pop this, pop this. All right, gonna start with this. Where's the capybara? All right, cool. And I would love if we actually got into, I guess, 180. Yeah, that's definitely with Bennett's ring. So 180 vaporize with Bennett's ring, and then also with the charge attack combined with that. It definitely helped out there. Now, the, weird answer here is, all right, we got to do that. All right, sure, good. So not too bad. We definitely did see that Sinyun did not actually have that great of energy there, but, easily solvable by having some more energy recharge. 160 ER, it's not actually that bad, but I would say, you can get more, because honestly, you have defense roll there, elemental mastery roll there, crit rate, crit damage rolls, no energy recharge. Like, you can get more energy recharge. This doesn't even have energy recharge on it. But yeah, you could get more energy recharge. Well, actually, no, we need to redo this. So that might have been actually, yeah, we do need to redo that, because that might have very well been just Viridescent buffing, right? It could have very well been outside of Bennett's ring, Viridescent buff, no Bennett buff, right? That could be a very true thing that happened there. Very annoying. It's why the double Hydro version of this team exists, because the double Hydro version does not have issues like that. It's as simple as that. Does not have issues. Yeah. So let's go ahead, E-skill here, and that, and we'll start up again. All right, hopefully this time we can actually start hitting. So only 100,000 there. No, all right, 160. Let's try this. 190. Okay, so yeah, 190. Not bad. Certainly a little bit weird, because we did not vaporize on that one, because we only hit 100,000, and that is not what we will be hitting with Bennett properly. So only 100,000. So Fiorina not necessarily enough to vaporize there. But yeah, we saw the 190. I mean, if you just plunge and you don't charge attack, you can definitely get consistent vaporizes. So honestly, the Yelan variant probably is overall better, But now we can go ahead and try this. Now, this is a team that is kind of iffy on what I would rate it, really, because you can easily start the rotation off with Hu Tao Q, and then use Xilonen into, reaction with her, and then you just do charge attacks, right? You very well can do that. Not that bad whatsoever. It's just that Hu Tao would need more energy recharge. So your second option with Xilonen is also just give the damage bonus to Yelan and Fiorina, because Xilonen's that good. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this, and we'll do this. All right, let's start off with this. I should have used Xilonen's Q, but whatever. All right, it doesn't really matter. I pressed 4, I swear. Doesn't really matter the order, because it's not like we were gaining, stacks there. So 100,000, and even still 120,000. Yeah, yeah, it's great, Fiorina. Thanks, Fiorina. Fiorina still. I was like complaining about the plunge team. It literally just happens the same with the other. It's great. It's great. So we saw there like 100,000-ish, not like too great. But now let's go ahead and let's not use Hu Tao's burst and see where that leads us. Because I'm going to be honest, I'm not expecting a huge amount there. I would say we're probably going to be hitting 80,000 because Xilonen will still be decreasing the pyro res. That is one thing. She can just do that now. So we'll just be able to use Fiorina first, then Xilonen, then Yelan. Yeah, I did mess up there by not using the burst when I needed to with Xilonen. I just E-skilled and got out because I'm so used to doing that with my Arlecchino now because, I mean, I don't need to heal Arlecchino when the enemy is dead. It's as simple as that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's do this. All right. Okay. Bop, bop. All right. Q. There. Boom. You. All right. All right. So let's see what this damage number is. 92. Not bad. For not actually getting the Xilonen buff. Oh, 50. 109. Why is there no difference? Why? Maybe I need to redo the previous run. I was thinking of doing it already, but yeah, I definitely want to do it now. Let's redo the previous run. And as you can see, we have Hu Tao's burst, which is something that, you know, is pretty good. Because having to only do 2 rotations means Xilonen will be buffing every other rotation for Hu Tao, as long as you're applying pyro to the enemy before you attack them, right? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Shilonen's E skill and then set her up. That way we can react with pyro. Then I'm going to switch into Fiorina and set up Shilonen's Q skill after I set up Fiorina. So let's go ahead. Let's pop this very easily. Boom, boom, boom. All right, let's start off with this. We did get hit there. Not great. I would prefer if we didn't have any outlying hits that, you know, hurt our health. 100. Yo, that's crazy. What? 116. All right, 116. That's a little better, but yeah, I mean, that shows how, like, because Hu Tao has so much damage bonus right now, because Yelan's giving her damage bonus, Fiorina's giving her damage bonus, Shilonen's giving her damage bonus, right? It's, you know, it's stacking up to the point where it's like you don't really want anymore. So yeah, we didn't really see that big of a damage buff. I think it was like 10k. So even still, yeah, Hu Tao not really doing much. So now we can go ahead and we can try out just Bennett. Now, Bennett is kind of iffy here. I don't know if I would actually, like, use him just because I really do hate the circle impact amount of damage that he gives. But we'll see how much damage Hu Tao can do per charge attack here. I'm expecting it to be pretty good. I would say maybe 150. Maybe. We'll see. So let's go ahead and let's start off with our bursts and stuff. Let's go ahead. I think Yelan has a higher duration than Bennett's ring, so let's go ahead and do this. 150. Oh, I jumped too early. Oh, 93. I'm sorry, Xilonen. I owe Xilonen an apology. What? So Xilonen just decreasing the resistance is literally better than Bennett. Wow. And don't forget that these are 2 HP scalers. Oh, no. I'm sorry, guys. There's a reason. There's the reason why Bennett doesn't seem as impactful. But then again, 45% attack for Hu Tao is actually not that much. I'll do a little calculation real quick. I don't think that this would make up a lot because we only get 320 attack. And if you don't know, Bennett gives 1,200. Basically 4 times the amount of attack that, you know, Xilonen is giving, right? We were very close to what, you know, Bennett was doing initially with just the res reduction. Without the damage bonus, I would say they're a lot more closer. And definitely the only reason Xilonen is getting the edge is because of this extra attack. I think with this extra damage bonus, it turns out that they would basically be even, honestly. Yeah, I really did not think that would happen. I was honestly, like I said, I thought it was going to do 150. Yeah, so let's go into another team, which is, you know, we'll get into eventually where I'm just using Xingqiu, but let's go ahead and let's grab Zhongli. Now, one issue I have with this team is there's no way to heal. Now, this is more for comfort, right? I don't really think that this team is what I would want to use ever, I feel like, because you have Fiorina draining your HP, and it's fine because Hu Tao already has like a pretty high HP, right? She has 29,000 here, so she's not gonna, you know, get hit and die, right? And the reason why I'm saying this is because Zhongli really isn't gonna be doing much here. He'll basically just turn it into a easy time, just go ahead, brain dead, run it. There's a reason why I like Zhongli so much, is because also this does save you on stamina, which is something that's very useful to people who do not have Hu Tao cons, right? So it's very, very useful. And we're doing 60. Yeah, that's 92. Okay, that's a lot better. Okay. Wow. Huh. Bro, is Bennett just not doing anything? Like, can we just talk about how Bennett's not doing anything? Like, the dude, we had Bennett in there, and we were doing the same amount of damage. We had Xilonen in there, and she was doing the same amount of damage. So, the reason why I think this is happening and why we're seeing very little difference, honestly, we very much so saw the Zhongli team being weaker. However, let me press my E skill here, right? 3,600 attack, right? That's not that much, right? So, you know, with that, you have Bennett, who's just going to add 1,200 to that, right? And that's, what, 1/3 of this attack, so technically it should be 30% better, right? But these two characters, Xilonen and Zhongli, are decreasing the res, and I mean, Xilonen's offering some extra attack, right? So they're decreasing the res of the opponent, which is a buff that is not given whatsoever. It's not like we're already decreasing the res, right? So we already have a pretty high amount of HP. We are already getting a pretty, nice amount of attack due to Homa and then basically all the other, buffs here. The res reduction is actually a huge impact. And honestly, seeing Xilonen do so much and do so well here, very, very good. I am actually very impressed with Xilonen. I was not expecting this kind of, variation, because I was thinking that, Bennett would just be better. Simple. But she's kind of even with him, I would say. And she doesn't have to be in a circle, and she can just buff these two also. Like, it's not even, because like Bennett, big thing, these two are HP scalers. Bennett's not buffing them whatsoever. Okay, so we could try another team. Let's go. It is a place where Xilonen is going to show her strengths, where she's able to interact with this and have that duration up basically the entire time. And we'll go ahead and we'll grab this. And I was hoping to vaporize on that, but whatever. 109,000. 109,000. All right. And then, yeah, we're out of Bennett's ring. 109,000. Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be the same number every single time. Not bad, but not like... You saw, in the beginning of the video, we were doing 180, 160, or whatever, however much we were doing. We were doing more, basically, with plunges. And what, we got like 4 or 5 plunges in there? And on the plunge team, you can do other things than plunge. And it has a better AoE. So, I think, yeah, I'm just going to end it there. Like, we're doing the same amount of damage, but it has less AoE at the very minimum, right? I think I've gone over a lot of teams, a lot of things. I'm not really, like, I'm trying to buff her to see her damage numbers, and it's just not really showing up to where I'm like, I'm seeing anything that I could maybe add or, subtract on the team to make her damage numbers go up. I don't see anything from that because I'm using a very good setup for her, I would say. Like, you have Xilonen plus Bennett buffing her, and then you have Xingqiu applying Hydro to vaporize, right? So this team is good, and I don't see a way you can improve it because Hu Tao does need Xingqiu's Hydro application. He can't just use Fiorina or Yelan, otherwise her, vaporizes become inconsistent, and nobody wants to play that, right? So, yeah, once again, Plunge Hu Tao is just better because... I mean, Yelan's damage, I didn't look at Yelan's damage, but I guess we could if we want to go over back to the Xilonen team and we can look at Yelan's damage, because that's what you're really losing, and maybe you're not losing it because you could just use Bennett, right? But that's what you're really losing when you switch to Plunge, because you're going to keep Fiorina on the team. It's not, I don't really see a point where Yelan is going to be hitting harder on this due to my C2 Xilonen, but I mean, I've been using C2 Xilonen through the entire video, so I guess it's kind of fair. Yeah, just keep in mind, and I have Aqua on my Yelan. I don't expect her to be hitting, maybe 50k, maybe. We'll have to see. It's going to be very tough. I don't have any reason to actually go for Hu Tao, Pyro on this, right? Let's just go ahead and do a very basic rotation. Very easy rotation to do. All right, so let's see. 20, so 60. 60 is what she's hitting. Not bad. Yeah, not bad, but we're still hitting 100,000 every single time she hits 60,000, basically. So, yeah. And then you have Fiorina, obviously, there. I mean, Yelan, very strong. 60,000 damage off field, no vaporizes, really. Yeah, I mean, that's very strong for a DPS. Fiorina probably doing more. Once again, didn't look at Fiorina's numbers either. But hey, that's going to be it for this video. I think I have explained why Hu Tao Plunge is just better because, I mean, look at the teams. You know, I should, I guess the only thing, I have C1 Fiorina. I have, you know, R1 Yelan here. I have R1, you know, Senyun. I have R1 Senyun. It's just, it's better. It's better. Homa R2, sure. C0. Triple crowned Hu Tao. I showed my little stats in the beginning, but here is my, you know, stats here. So yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.